أصحاب سيدنا محمد وعلى أزواج سيدنا محمد وعلى ذرية سيدنا محمد وسلم تسليما كثيرا. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد. الله أكبر كبيرا والحمد لله كثيرا وسبحان الله بكرة وأصيلا. لا إله إلا الله وحده صدق وعده ونصر عبده وعز جنده وهزم الأحزاب وحده. لا إله إلا الله ولا نعبد إلا إياه مخلصين له الدين ولو كره الكافرون. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وعلى أصحاب سيدنا محمد وعلى أزواج سيدنا محمد وعلى ذرية سيدنا محمد وسلم تسليما كثيرا. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد. الله أكبر كبيرا والحمد لله كثيرا وسبحان الله بكرة وأصيلا. لا إله إلا الله وحده صدق وعده ونصر عبده وعز جنده وهزم الأحزاب وحده. لا إله إلا الله ولا نعبد إلا إياه مخلصين له الدين ولو كره الكافرون. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وعلى أصحاب سيدنا محمد وعلى أزواج سيدنا محمد وعلى ذرية سيدنا محمد وسلم تسليما كثيرا. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد. الله أكبر كبيرا والحمد لله كثيرا وسبحان الله بكرة وأصيلا. لا إله إلا الله وحده صدق وعده ونصر عبده وعز جنده وهزم الأحزاب وحده. لا إله إلا الله ولا نعبد إلا إياه مخلصين له الدين ولو كره الكافرون. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وعلى أصحاب سيدنا محمد وعلى أزواج سيدنا محمد وعلى ذرية سيدنا محمد وسلم تسليما كثيرا. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد. الله أكبر كبيرا والحمد لله كثيرا وسبحان الله بكرة وأصيلا. لا إله إلا الله وحده صدق وعده ونصر عبده وعز جنده وهزم الأحزاب وحده لا إله إلا الله ولا نعبد إلا إياه مخلصين له الدين ولو كره الكافرون اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وعلى أصحاب سيدنا محمد وعلى أزواج سيدنا محمد وعلى ذرية سيدنا محمد وسلم تسليما كثيرا الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد الله أكبر كبيرا والحمد لله كثيرا وسبحان الله بكرة وأصيلا لا إله إلا الله وحده صدق وعده ونصر عبده وعز جنده وهزم الأحزاب وحده لا إله إلا الله ولا نعبد إلا إياه مخلصين له الدين ولو كره الكافرون اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وعلى أصحاب سيدنا محمد وعلى أزواج سيدنا محمد وعلى ذرية سيدنا محمد وسلم تسليما كثيرا الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد الله أكبر كبيرا والحمد لله كثيرا وسبحان الله بكرة وأصيلا لا إله إلا الله وحده صدق وعده ونصر عبده وعز جنده وهزم الأحزاب وحده لا إله إلا الله ولا نعبد إلا إياه مخلصين له الدين ولو كره الكافرون اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وعلى أصحاب سيدنا محمد وعلى أزواج سيدنا محمد وعلى ذرية سيدنا محمد وسلم تسليما كثيرا الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد الله أكبر كبيرا والحمد لله كثيرا وسبحان الله بكرة وأصيلا لا إله إلا الله وحده صدق وعده ونصر عبده وعز جنده وهزم الأحزاب وحده لا إله إلا الله ولا نعبد إلا إياه مخلصين له الدين ولو كره الكافرون اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وعلى أصحاب سيدنا محمد وعلى أزواج سيدنا محمد وعلى ذرية سيدنا محمد وسلم تسليما كثيرا الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله أكبر ولله الحمد الله أكبر كبيرا والحمد لله كثيرا وسبحان الله بكرة وأصيلا لا إله إلا الله وحده صدق وعده ونصر عبده وعز جنده وهزم الأحزاب وحده لا إله إلا الله ولا نعبد إلا إياه مخلصين له الدين ولو كره الكافرون اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وعلى أصحاب سيدنا محمد وعلى أزواج سيدنا محمد وعلى ذرية سيدنا محمد وسلم تسليما كثيرا الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد الله أكبر كبيرا والحمد لله كثيرا وسبحان الله بكرة وأصيلا لا إله إلا الله وحده صدق وعده ونصر عبده وعز جنده وهزم الأحزاب وحده لا إله إلا الله ولا نعبد إلا إياه مخلصين له الدين ولو كره الكافرون اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وعلى أصحاب سيدنا محمد وعلى أزواج سيدنا محمد وعلى ذرية سيدنا محمد وسلم تسليما كثيرا الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد الله أكبر كبيرا والحمد لله كثيرا وسبحان الله بكرة وأصيلا لا إله إلا الله وحده صدق وعده ونصر عبده وعز جنده وهزم الأحزاب وحده لا إله إلا الله ولا نعبد إلا إياه مخلصين له الدين ولو كره الكافرون اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وعلى أصحاب سيدنا محمد وعلى أزواج سيدنا محمد وعلى ذرية سيدنا محمد وسلم تسليما كثيرا
Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak, brothers and sisters. We're going to start the Eid Kubba and 7 takbirs first rakah, and there's 5 takbirs for the second rakah. So, Allahu Akbar. 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 Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alayhim ghayril maghdubi 'alayhim waladdallin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wadduha wal-layli idha saja. Ma wadda'aka rabbuka wa ma qala. Wal-akhiratu khairun laka minal ula. Walasawfa yu'tika rabbuka fatarda. Alam yajidka yatiman fa'awa. Wawajadaka dalan fahada. Wawajadaka ailan fa'agna. Fa'ama yatima fala taqhar. Wa'ama sa'ila فلا تنهر. وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alayhim ghayril maghdubi 'alayhim waladdallin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wat-tini wa-zaytun wa-turi sinin وهذا البلد الأمين لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم ثم رددناه أسفل سافلين إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات فلهم أجر غير ممنون. فما يكذبك بعد بالدين أليس الله ahkamil hakimin. Allahu Akbar. Sami Allahu liman hamidah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Good morning, brothers and sisters. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وصلى على الأمة والنبيين محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم أجمعين أما بعد إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياتي ومماتي لله رب العالمين. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah for this beautiful Eid day. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for making us Muslims. We thank Him for giving us another day to celebrate the Eid. We know, dear Muslims, that Eid is a joyful occasion. It's a recurring happiness. It's a recurring joy. It came to us according to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam from our father Ibrahim. Peace and blessings of God be upon Ibrahim. This is in commemoration of a sacrifice, a willingness of Prophet Ibrahim to sacrifice his son Ishmael, and Ishmael's willingness to be sacrificed by his father for the sake of Almighty God. All of this is in reference to the wonderful Hajj and the pilgrimage. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He will accept the Hajj's pilgrim, that all of those that went to Mecca from around the world, we pray that Allah will accept their devoted effort and accept their Hajj. If any lost their lives on Hajj, or on their way to Hajj, or on their return from Hajj, which they will be returning to their families and loved ones in a day or so. If any of them lost their lives, we pray that Allah will give them His everlasting paradise. We also pray for the Muslims around the world that have been afflicted with oppression, diseases, illness, poverty, and ignorance. We pray for our brothers and our sisters on this Eid day. Eid is a day of forgiveness. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us of our mistakes, forgive us of our shortcomings, forgive us of any errors that we may have made. And on this day, brothers and sisters, we should also ask one another, our local brothers and sisters, that if we've harmed them or wronged them in any way, ask them for their forgiveness. This is what we should do as a part of our Eid celebration. If there are people that are ill, we want to try to visit them. We want to make du'as and supplications for them. The Muslims that have lost their lives due to conflict, we want to make dua for them and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept them in His everlasting paradise. This is a part of the practice of Eid. Generally, we look at sacrifice. Sacrificing a lamb or a goat or a sheep or a cow or animal. And we look at that because this was the tradition of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. Now, Ibrahim was willing to make that sacrifice of his son. And his son was willing to accept that himself as a sacrifice. But it's a relationship between parent and child, relationship between father and son. What do you want of your children? You want the best from your children, the great potential that is within them to be brought out. This is why we say falah, hayya falah, hayya falah. Not just come to success, but to bring out the great potential that's within. And so us as parents, this is how we have to teach our children. When we look at the story of Ibrahim and his son Ishmael, it's a story of a very beautiful relationship between father and son. Ibrahim had the dream or the vision, but he went to his son. And he said, I had this vision that I should sacrifice you. And he had counsel with his son. He said, what do you think of this? So his son's response was that if this is the commandment of God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, surely you will find me patient and willing. When he received this response, then he knew, Ibrahim knew, that his son had a nature very close and similar to his, that he would do anything for the sake of God. Some men will kill and say, we're doing it as a jihad in the name of God. Some people are willing to be killed and say, I'm willing to be killed in the name and in the sake of God. Ibrahim was willing to do both. That he was willing to be killed when they threw him in the fiery furnace, and he was willing to kill. But God don't want us to kill. God don't want us to be killed. God wants us to live for Islam. Not to kill for Islam, not to die for Islam, not to kill for God, not to die for God, but to live a life for God. So when Ibrahim understood the words of his son, then he knew that his son understood that physical death is not the big death. That physical death is a natural process of life. And the larger death is the spiritual death. It is the moral death. The death of not being conscious of God and your surroundings and who you are. First part. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar. Qul inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alamin. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. Brothers and sisters, we want to continue this khutbah and make it short and brief. The lineage of the Prophet Ibrahim, all of this is connecting in the Hajj, the pilgrimage, and throughout the Quran. But that lineage is very beautiful, it's powerful, it's inspiring. The history is magnificent. But it's not a history lesson. It's a lesson for our lives today. It's a lesson for people that will live in this world centuries after we are gone that are in this community. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about this in Surah Al-Baqarah when he talks about Jacob in verse 132. He says that Ibrahim enjoined the same on his children as did Jacob. And the statement, my children, behold, Allah has chosen this religion for you, so remain in it until death by submitting to Allah. So this is what these great men enjoined on their children. Said, God has chosen this way of life, this thing for you. Don't give it up. Remain in it. Practice it until death comes to you. And these same verses goes on to say, for Allah is asking the people, as the message is to us, were you there when death came to Jacob? He asked his children, whom will you serve after me? And then they responded, we will serve the God of your forefathers, the God of Abraham, Ishmael, Isaac, and unto him will we submit in Islam. So we have that beautiful information there. It's saying that when death approached Jacob, Jacob knew death was coming. He wasn't concerned with the physical death, but what he was concerned with was his children. See this beautiful relationship between the parent and the child, the father and the son, the mother and the daughter, the mother and the son. So his concern was, who are you going to worship after I'm gone? And they gave their response. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says this, and there's two places in the Quran. In Al-Baqarah 134 and 141, Allah says this to us. He says, that was a people that have passed away. They shall reap the benefits of the fruit of what they did, and ye of what you do. So of their merits, there is no question in your case. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us about this beautiful history of these great messengers and prophets, but he's also reminding us that we will not be questioned about the prophets, Jacob, Ibrahim, and what they did in this beautiful history, this inspirational stories. And he said of what they did, that there will be no merit for you in your case. And so he says that there will be no question to you about them. But what you do, basically, you will receive the merits and the rewards of what you do. So how do we do this is we try to connect this together. When we look first at sacrifice, that we don't want to look at sacrifice as just from the point of sacrificing an animal, a lamb, a goat, or something of that physical nature. The word sacrifice is from the root nasaka, a nusuk. Nasaka, it means to live a devoted life. See, living a devoted life is not talking about necessarily killing an animal, A devoted life can be the life of al-Islam, the life that we live as Muslim. Our prayers, our good deeds, our Hajj, our fasting during Ramadan, all of these things constitute a good moral and a good spiritual life. Nusuki, it goes on to mean to be good, to worship God, to be a performer and an observer of your duties and your responsibility. And it also means the rites of devotion in the Hajj. So the relationship between parent and child, Allah says in the Quran, "Laqad khalaqna al-insana fi ahsani taqwim." That is, that you are created in the best nature, the best mold, the best constitution. So this is what the prophets taught their children. This is what we have to teach ours. So how does Allah teach us to help with the soul being developed so that we don't have to be so overly concerned with what happened in the past of these great, beautiful, historical figures? So Allah tells us this, وَنَفْسٌ وَمَا سَوَّاهَا فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا وَقَدْ خَابَ مَنْ دَسَّاهَا. And that is by the soul and the proportionate order given to it and its enlightenment to its wrong and its right. Truly he succeeds that purifies it, and he fails that corrupts it. Mandasaha also means to neglect. If you neglect the development of the soul. Three quick things as I conclude about the development of the soul. We find one in Surah Yusuf, when Prophet Yusuf was tried by Zuleika, the king's wife. And he said that he would rather go to prison than to commit adultery or fornication. And so that was his choice. I would rather go to jail than to do that. But he also said, and yet I am not trying to absolve myself, for verily man's inner self does incline him to evil. So this is the Amara. Amara is the lower self or the lower nature of the individual soul that is inclining that individual to do bad or to do wrong things. And if the individual continues to listen to the lower base part of him and herself, then we end up going to hell. The second development of the soul is lawama, which is found in Surah Al-Qiyamah. Al-Qiyamah is the resurrection. And the word lawama, Allah says in that surah, La uqsimu bi yawmil qiyamah wa la uqsimu bin nafsin lawama. Nay, I do call to witness the resurrection day, and I call to witness the accusing voice of man's own consciousness. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying here, as we connect in this verse with what we just read in Surah Ash-Shams, that as these inclinations come, then lawama is a higher level of consciousness that put the amara in check. Saying when you are about to do some wrong, your lower self is inciting you or encouraging you to do wrong, then there's also another voice within called lawama. This is the voice of consciousness that is saying to you, don't do that wrong. And when you continue to listen to that voice, then you are rising yourself up to a higher and higher level of consciousness, a higher level of spirituality. And you do that for so long you reach another stage, and that stage is mut ma'inna. Mut ma'inno. That is dealing with a peaceful and a satisfied soul. And we find that in Surah 89, where Allah says this. Allah will say to the soul, O peaceful and fully satisfied soul, return to your Lord. You are well pleased with your good end and well pleasing in the sight of your Lord. Join my righteous servants and enter into my paradise. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. Now, Brother Adel, you
اللهم لك الحمد ملء السماوات والأرض وما بينهما ولك الحمد أنت نور السماوات والأرض ولك الحمد على كل حال. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك لنا فيما أعطيت وقنا واصرف عنا برحمتك شر ما قضيت فإنك تقضي ولا يقضى عليك إنه لا يذل من واليت ولا يعز من عاديت تباركت ربنا وتعاليت. لك الحمد حتى ترضى ولك الحمد إذا رضيت ولك الحمد بعد الرضا. لك الحمد كالذي نقول وخيرا مما نقول ولك الحمد كالذي تقول. لك الحمد حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه كما يحب ربنا ويرضى. اللهم اقسم لنا من خشيتك ما تحول به بيننا وبين معصيتك ومن طاعتك ما تبلغنا به جنتك ومن اليقين ما تهون به علينا مصائب الدنيا ومتعنا اللهم بأسماعنا وأبصارنا وقواتنا أبدا ما أبقيتنا واجعل الوارث منا واجعل ثأرنا على من ظلمنا وانصرنا على من عادانا ولا تجعل مصيبتنا في ديننا ولا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا ولا إلى النار مصيرنا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم إنا نسألك حسن الخاتمة يا رب العالمين. اجعل لنا لسان صدق في الآخرين واجعلنا من ورثة جنة النعيم ولا تخزنا يوم يبعثون يوم لا ينفع مال ولا بنون إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم. اللهم اجعل قبورنا بعد فراق الدنيا خير منازلنا وافسح لنا فيها ضيق ملاحدنا واجعلها روضة من رياض الجنان ولا تجعلها حفرة من حفر النيران برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم إنا نعوذ برضاك من سخطك وبمعافاتك من عقوبتك ونعوذ بك منك لا نحصي ثناء عليك أنت كما أثنيت على نفسك. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على عبدك ورسولك محمد وعلى آله وصحبه والتابعين وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين. عيدكم بارك الله وانتم بخير.
She okay though? was going to
You got it? All right. Let me see this beautiful. I'm good. How are you? Eric's got his kids sitting I'm getting there. No, I have not. This is my brother-in-law. He's very father. Nice to meet you. As a younger childhood friend. Nice to meet you. Okay.
So I'm just visiting. I spent the last 3 years in Iowa City, Iowa, going to school, and then I'm going to be working in the Quad Cities, so Rock Island, Illinois. So right on the Mississippi River right there.
We did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay. It is a lot cooler in here. Oh, you know water. Get the water.
How come I didn't what?
you like?
I worked.
Okay, come on.
And then I passed that off.
What, this?
Okay? Don't come for me.
Sorry.
I forgot to send you that.
When the last thing?
Tima, you're squinting. 1, 2, 3.
All right, let's get mad in there. Get all the kids.
Yep. Get over.
Come on, kiddos.
See you next time, blue. We're wearing blue. Different shade.
Different shades of blue.
Sorry, I just left it there.
You sure are different shades of blue. I didn't get the memo. Guys.
Said I'm gonna be flat.
Okay, take one picture with your hand down by your side. See how there you go.
Sorry.
Okay.
Are we gonna send this to Dad?
Yes, we should.
Hope he doesn't notice my
Yeah, let's do it.
Ooh, he won't. This is too far away.
Wait, hold on.
No, but that's what.
We'll take one up and down at room. Smile. Honey. Okay.
Cool. Okay, let's go.
So can I get all of us
Careful.
for Mimi?
Okay.
Like us.
Oh, the girls. Yeah. Wahid, name, so, Snatty.
Thank you, sweetie. Send me the fake photos, please. So, you guys gotta leave. We should take our pictures in the kitchen.
Love you.
Thank you. Okay.
Love you.
So I'm gonna get right home with somebody. I'm gonna stop at Dylan's on the way, so whoever has time. Oh, you don't come stay there. Can I stay right with you? Okay. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't want to make you ride her
I was gonna offer, but she was faster, so I just figured I'd
What if you guys
whatever.
have free time this morning? We can hang out a little bit.
I grabbed no,
Look, it
Guys
has
work today.
I know I gotta put these up.
I
That's the one by you, Jordan?
Oh, it was.
Nice, it looks good.
Where are we eating? Oh, okay then. You made
The way
it
you
sound
said
like you
it,
were
yeah.
going somewhere else, and we're like, we wanna
Do you work
go.
today?
yeah,
I'm not gonna eat here if you're going somewhere
work
else.
till
right. I was confused.
I'm sorry.
10? What time do you get on?
5. Why are we going to work? No, we're not going.
Excuse me? Are you
I
see-
am-
my roommate's bullying me.
I had to drive there back and forth.
You ride with one of us.
Oh, you work there? No, I work here at 5, but I go to school in Lawrence and I go and
That's all right. I'll drive you there. We'll ride in your dad's car. And you can put your feet on the other side. There's no trash.